Get absolutely turbo fart bombed by Wario, by the way. Okay, chat box seems to be working. That's good. That's good, the chat box is working. Oh yeah, this is happening. So, for those of you that usually watch my streams, I try to multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube. Thanks to the nature of today's content, I actually can't stream on Twitch. It's not against TOS or anything, it's a technical thing. For me to stream this in good quality, I have to focus on just YouTube, because multi-streaming while trying to stream in like 2K resolution is not easy. So this is a YouTube exclusive stream for the first time since I have started streaming. So I am sorry to my usual Twitch viewers. I don't know how I'm gonna get the message out to them, but yeah, this is YouTube only, because I literally can't multi-stream it. Twitch ain't fun to work with, to be honest, at least to me it isn't. I like both websites for different reasons, you know? I don't think Twitch has a good viewer experience anymore, though, because there's a million advertisements, but yeah. Alright, let's pop out the chat as per usual. Alright, let's see how dastardly the delay is right now. Let's see. I'm gonna type a test. I'm gonna type my classic Ian Flynn emote that you could get right now. Haha. You always show off the sickest mods. Let's see it. Oh, we're gonna get there in just one momento. I actually gotta go grab a jacket to put on. It's a little cold in my house right now. This is a slightly older version of what's shown. Yeah, so, Shindash in the chat right now spoiling what the surprise is. I mean, to be fair, most of you who keep up with the Shadow Generations modding scene probably know what this is. We're going to be looking at a gigantic, big-ass level pack by Shindash, who's right here in the chat. YouTube experience is better than my Twitch in my opinion because ad blocks work better on it. Yeah, ad block is like a 100% working rate if you're using like uBlock or something. I didn't say that. Don't worry, Mr. Google. I didn't mean that. That was a joke. But yeah, so we're going to be taking a look at a pretty bang-up, dang-heckin' good level pack in just a few minutes here. I'm going to throw on a coat, and I'll let some people get in here. You mean the Steampunk City mod? Oh, I mean more than just that. It includes that, but there is more than just that, Octane Zero. Also, hi, Matios DX. Dooms Versus. Tractor. Nope. Merlin Furlin. Zero Saber. Dre Dizzle. What's up, guys? Give me a second to avoid hypothermia. I'll be back in 1 minute. Sonic, Meta Knight, Link, Mario, Peach, I think I saw at least 2 levels by him. Oh, there's more than 2 levels. I'll tell you that much right now, Chief. Speaking of which, okay, yeah, I got that one turned on. Okay, yeah, because right now I'm running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different mods to make this pack work. Bowser Jr. I didn't do that one good, but I know what you're talking about. Who are you gonna play as? You guys! You can't spoil it! You guys keep spoiling everything before I even get to show it off. Okay. Let's just get into it. Okay, the surprise is not here anymore. This is my first time ever streaming Sonic X Shadow Generations. I usually stream Frontiers, Crossworlds, Rumble, that kind of stuff. This is my first time doing Generations, which is crazy because it's the game that got me into modding in the first place. So, this was given to me very specially and early by Shindash. This is quite possibly the schnassiest level pack I've ever seen for a Sonic game, just in general. I mean, it rivals Frontiers Revisited, Forces Overclocked in terms of quality, I'd have to say. But yeah, so right off the bat here, we're playing as Shadow, because, I mean, it's Shadow. Shadow Generations, right? Let's go over yonder to the Space Colony Ark, and y'all are going to be in for a treat here. So, you can actually play as Sonic and Shadow in this mod pack, but we're just going to start with Shadow for now. This is actually a altered version of Shadow called the Altered Animations mod. I think it was made by Anonymous. I've played a few of their mods before, actually. Maybe Shindash can give us Shadow of 5 representation we always wanted. I think you're in for a treat if that's what you're begging for. I think you should stay tuned, because you might be happy. What's the spoiler? That there's cool gaming in front of us, and that there's 2 characters we can play. Let's freaking go. Who are you playing as? Just Shadow. Just don't worry about it. Just Shadow. New animations? Yep. I don't have air dash turned on, no, because all the mods that I'm using here are restored unused states, functional slide, something called Shadow Moveset. I'm not actually sure what that is. I think it's original to this pack. And then the name of this level pack, which I actually can't say. I'm under NDA. Mr. Shindash maybe sign an NDA. Will be coming from my kneecaps if I say the name. And then we got Altered Animations, which is Shadow specific. The spoilers, a lot of fun, cool heckin' stuff. Let's start this thing. Okay, fine, you won me over. Let's start. No more stalling. We're on to the very first level of the pack called Ark Rush. This goes over Space Colony Ark Act 1, baby. And I actually haven't played all the way through this. Look at that, dude. A brand new cutscene right at the very beginning, utilizing the animation where he pulls out his little glovies, and you can even see like the gun beetles in the back like passing by him, and he actually looks at them and acknowledges them, dude. Like, how sick is that? And this is a Shindash level, by the way. This is a Shindash level, by the way, so there's going to be a million branching pathways. But I just love the way that he looks back at them and just, like, scoffs at them, like, disgusting. Waste of technology. Waste of resources. Get out of my sight. Insect. But yeah, no, I did just casually roll. It's nothing to me, really. It's nothing to me, really. Also, look at the sexy new, homing attack animation Shadow has with his Chaos Snap, by the way. Also, if you've played the original Space Colony Ark levels in SA2, you'll notice that these rails have, like, trick prompts for you when you get to, like, the apex of the rail. So yeah, I haven't done a full run of this myself, but if you, so I don't really know what's going to happen in the majority of these levels, I'll be real. But, yeah, if you are sliding with the circle button like any other like boost Sonic game. Instead of sliding, you'll actually be rolling, and it does defeat enemies, which is really sick, dude. And of course, on top of that, we got all of the unique mechanics that Shadow Generations brought in with Chaos Control, Chaos Spear. So it is probably one of the most complex movesets you're gonna get out of Boost Sonic the Hedgehog, baby. Apologies if I missed some of the chat here. This is gonna be a lot of turbo gaming. There are asteroids coming down on the rails, man, that I have to avoid. This right here is basically the furthest that I've played all by myself. But yeah, that was the Badnik bounce. At the very beginning when I died, that was because I was trying to hit a Badnik bounce. We have restored Badnik bounce. Flipping gravity from Crazy Gadget, apparently. And we actually have to hit the switches on the doors, kind of like Tails gameplay in Sonic Adventure 2. Oh man, look at this big, wide open room using the variety of the artificial chaoses. Wow, that looks like there's an upper pathway here too. We have the Stomp Jump from Sonic Frontiers as a part of the Restored States mod. Secret ring box for no reason? Okay, I mean, not an actual secret pathway, but just additional adventure gameplay. Cool. I mean, it's pretty sick that you have like all that optional stuff you can see there. Look at that Badnik bounce, because like it really makes this game feel less like linear walking in a straight line hallway simulator. Holy shit! I actually didn't know what was gonna happen to me after I hit that enemy. Oh, okay, yeah, we just gravity switching. All right, make me look like a dummy, why don't you? Oh god. Out of my way. The physics are slightly different as well. There's a little bit of momentum on Shadow as well, so I'm not 100% too confident with where he gets sent when I'm boosting around, because I'm not used to these momentum physics. It's a very slight, though. It's like in Frontiers and regular Shadow Generations, you can stop immediately, basically. Like, halt all your momentum immediately. But in this mod, you kind of, like... You kind of... Damn it, I barely saw it. You kind of have to brace for, like, carried speed, pulling you around a little bit when you stop running. And there's like a million of these, like, special chaos control pathways, which, again, weren't really utilized to their full potential in the base game, I'd say. They were pretty, they didn't lead to, like, any, like, crazy shortcuts or anything like that, or crazy secret pathways, but there's a ton of those in this game specifically, or in this mod pack specifically. Called it a game. Oh my god. As I'm saying that, too, that, like, ow, carried my momentum above the gaps. Oh, whoa, okay, let's just say that was intentional. Am I going the right way? Is this the right way? Apparently so! Apparently this is just one of the many actual pathways you could take, instead of me messing up the physics and turning myself around. No. Chill, Chief, chill. Yo, bro, best Sonic Prime character? Do you even have to ask? It's Knuckles the Dread, baby. Yeah, so I really admire that this utilizes all the different, like, mechanics from the different Space Colony Arc levels in Sonic Adventure 2, dude. Like, you got all the gravity switching from, like, Crazy Gadget, and, all the platforms that are going in different directions in the air and everything, too. Will the multiplayer, mod work with this? Absolutely it will. The multiplayer mod works with literally, like, every level-related mod. You just need, multiple people that also have this downloaded at the same time. That's the only requirement. Oh, I hate it when the camera switches because I don't know where I'm going. Is this mod going to be available for everyone? Yeah, when it's done. The only reason that it's not currently up for download is just because it's not done. You know, the majority of the levels that I'm going to be playing here today are... God damn it. They are, like, I guess probably like 80 to 90% done. This one that we're playing right now is actually the oldest level, so it may not actually represent the overall quality of the mod. The overall, like, levels later on could be way better. By the way, can we appreciate how that hatch opens and he gets thrown through, like, the air ducts, kind of? I actually don't know how to dodge that laser at all. Like, the vacuum of space pulls him. This section's a little weird. I'm not quite too sure how to progress that part, I'll be real. Look at that. You can use the you can use the slide to go up the slope, dude. What a treat. Oh man, what was I talking about here? But yeah, there's like several like scripted events in this level that just pretty much look like custom animations, even though they're just reused animations from different automated bits in the game. But yeah, look at this. Boom. Crazy. There's another pathway here in case you don't have chaos control. Looks kind of difficult, actually. Sick, okay. You have to rail switch. I can try that. Well, here's the thing about that, Bernhard. I just don't have those days available to stream. The VOD will be up, and I do plan to, like, edit a video, or something about this, mod, at least. I would like to go back and, like, revisit all of this, and, oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I need to do less manual jumping and more just regular rail switching. You guys came in clutch with that. Damn, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I do want to revisit, like, each and every one of these levels to see how many different pathways we can reach. Because, if you guys remember the video I did about Skyward Castle, that was a 26-minute video where I tried to discover as many pathways as was possible with that. And that was 26 minutes, while cutting out, like, the retreading of, like, mandatory areas that you have to go through. And I basically perfectly cut it to show, like, every alt pathway kind of in a linear fashion. By the way, I really love the way that these, like, background elements of the Ark get reutilized to kind of, like, be closer up to you. Like, instead of a background detail, it's in the forefront, and it makes the overall, like, visual style of this Ark level stand out compared to the ones in just vanilla Shadow Generations. Like, it really does feel like this is a crazy gadget instead of just, like, a final rush or something. I know it's called Ark Rush, but yeah. I always hated that mechanic in Sonic Adventure 2. It always confused my brain. I will say, though, I really do like using the... Okay. I do really love using the roll. Oh, all the way back here. That sucks. I do love using the roll as, like, a crutch when you're going super fast, because that's exactly what you would do in the classic games. Like, you're going super fast, and you're like, oh, shit, let me just curl. That's my shield. Another interesting thing about really well-designed boost Sonic levels is that you're gonna get your ass kicked the first time you play it. So replays are heavily incentivized so that you can, you know, play through an intermediate / harder difficulty level pack like this, and then eventually you'll feel like a badass when you're able to, you know, go through all of this without getting hit and getting S rank times. I actually don't know if these levels have, like, custom ranking times put on them or not. I assume these levels aren't beginner friendly. I mean, what's your definition of beginner? Because I feel like you can definitely push past these levels. I'm getting hit a lot and I'm dying a lot, but the thing you gotta understand is that I'm also talking and I'm glancing over at the chat occasionally too. If you're just 100% locked in on this, yeah, sure, you'll probably die a handful of times. It's really not that difficult. It's just kind of like you gotta react to the flow of the level and kind of sight read what the level design wants you to do, because the level design in Shin Dash's levels tends to use a lot of like physics related stuff, like boosting off of slopes and, you know, using rail switching to jump instead of just manual jumping and whatnot, right? So a lot of it is just kind of paying attention and being like, oh, that's how they want me to interact with the game's mechanics here. Because it's definitely unorthodox compared to, like, Sonic Team's philosophy with level design. They go a lot harder than Sonic Team does. It's kind of like Final Horizon level design, but a bit harder. That was just a depth perception moment. Sorry that we keep respawning here. whatever happened to rolling who actually uses the slide. I think the slide felt really good in Sonic Generations and Sonic Unleashed, actually. Because, like, it doesn't give you the sense of security that the roll and spin dash does in the classic games. It is literally just supposed to be a short burst, reactionary, like, button. And I think it complements the level design and reactionary gameplay of Unleashed very, very well. But they haven't really designed levels like Unleashed ever since Unleashed. Even in Generations. It felt decent in Generations, but they didn't use it in such a breakneck way. And that kind of impacted the enjoyment of using slide in those levels, I would say. Dude, what the fuck? Okay, that's literally just... That's just a depth perception moment. I need to play this game on a 3DS, then I wouldn't have that issue. 3DS Master Race. Slide was good on these games, but now it just kind of exists. Yeah, like in Frontiers, be honest, do any of you actually use the slide for anything? I mean, it's decent for, like, speedrunning against certain enemies, because you can, like, do boost slide cancels into them constantly, but yeah. You're calculating based on vanilla physics, and that's why I keep failing the jump there. Fair enough. Yeah, because, I mean, you gotta understand, I have, like, a couple hundred hours in this game with just vanilla physics. On the new Nintendo 3DS, that's what I'm talking about right there, man. I remember they added the nub, the secondary nub, to the new 3DS. And I thought it was the most revolutionary thing. And it felt like total garbage to actually use. But yeah, so for like first playthroughs, you're going to kind of have to go through these sections a little bit slower. Because obviously in a Space Colony Ark themed level, you're going to get flung off pretty often. Oh shit. You want to get a new 3DS for modding? I think that's a good investment, but you got to do it quickly because new 3DSs are kind of expensive on the market now, specifically because of its modding potential too. I once used the slide of Frontiers to pretend I'm drifting. Oh yeah. No, I know the exact level you're talking about. That's like my favorite of the vanilla cyberspace levels, I'd say. I might have to buy Sonic X Shadow Generations again for this. Yeah, I actually recommend people a lot of the time. Like, Sonic Steam sales are usually pretty fair, and it's definitely worth getting the game a second time on a sale, literally just for modded content. Yeah, I will say that the new momentum that gets added to the physics here definitely are kind of throwing me for a loop. I also appreciate that the jumping sound effect is from Sonic Adventure. The save was great. Thank you, man. Mwah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Add that to the save compilation, I guess. Sliding in Shadow Gens is useless. Yeah, Sonic Gens did it a lot better. They kind of just have it here out of, like, obligation, I feel. Sections like this are going to feel a lot better when I'm, like, more confident with the level layout. Oh, shit! I didn't see that! I didn't even see the railing there. Straight to the Ark rooms. I feel like an abandoned Space Colony Ark in itself is already pretty much a liminal space. I would suggest playing Digital Circuit or Steampunk Canon, as those two levels have a goal ring. I'm going to play every level. I want to do them in order, though, because I have something specific planned with the characters that I want to use here today. I want to use them in a specific order. We're not escaping the Ark with this one. Listen, man, we're going to replay eventually, and we're going to get all the different pathways and whatnot. I'm just getting attuned to everything here. I think, well, here's the thing. This is an early build, right? So I'm essentially doing playtesting live right now. There are a lot of, like, I guess, rougher bits in the level design that can definitely be improved. But, I wanted to roll there, and I stomped off the ledge. I'm having extremely bad luck. This sucks. But, like, that's another reason why this isn't available yet. You know, why this isn't ready yet. Show you Momo? I feel like I've seen that name before. Do you guys like the initial boost sound effect from the OG generations or the New Frontier sound effect? I haven't really given that any thought. I feel like the one from Sonic Generations fits that style of boost a lot better because it's more powerful, and I think it really fits the oomph of boosting in Sonic Generations. Boosting in Shadow Generations and Frontiers is a lot weaker in comparison. It's like a glorified run button. The one that you get in this game is just kind of like a weak fart in the wind, I'll be real. It's fine. I just don't really have any oomph behind it. But I'm also just kind of nostalgic for the one in Sonic Generations. Ark Rush is the last level? Well, I'm doing it in the level of, like, what's in Shadow Generations. This is making me reminisce over, like, getting to the final levels in Sonic Heroes and being on your best behavior when moving around, because the characters are a little slippery with their momentum and you don't really know where to go, and you're afraid of dying and losing 10 minutes of progress. Oh my god. I thought I was going to fall off and die. We go here, I guess? This part's a little unclear where you're supposed to go, but it's not really a big offender of anything, I'd say. It's not that harmful. By the way, I like this remix. I was jamming to it when I was testing the game earlier. Back to the mic. Yeah, that one guy gets it. We go here, I guess? Yeah, I was never good at this one in SA2. That's a really good place to put the roll, actually. Or like to use the rolling mechanic, because I don't want to boost into them, and I kind of even want to try like jumping on this surface. I'm so bad at the anti-gravity surfaces in SA2. Like, it's not even funny. But look at this, like, you can kind of just like safely, quietly get rid of them without like boosting off the edge. It's nice. So I guess the play order for this level pack is different than what I'm doing, but I didn't really get any indication of that. Do I jump here? Where do I go? Okay. Another issue that I kind of struggle with the Ark specifically is that it's so dark. Sometimes I don't see level elements very well. But that could just be a me thing more than anything. I appreciate the use of the falling hedgehog logo. I kind of wish it was edited to be Shadow, though, because that would just be funny. Brain teaser moment? What's happening? Oh, yeah. Because I'm upside down, the rail switching directions are kind of inverted on the control stick, I think. Or on the bumpers. Okay. No! What? I looked away for 1 second because I thought it was automated. Oh! Okay. You just have to turn slightly. That's all there is to it. Okay. Ooh, I like the use of these floating platforms. If you're boosting, you could probably get some really good momentum coming off of there. That's interesting. I couldn't even see that there was a missile launcher there because it was dark, But that's actually a really interesting mechanic. That forces you to haul ass when you're platforming. Otherwise, a missile's gonna come by and instant kill you. I don't know if that was like instant kill with rings or if I just had 0 rings in that spot, but if that's an instant kill regardless, that's really sick. Oh, dude, you can see it! You can see it looming above. Hello? Yeah, you could use Chaos Control too. I'll admit, it's been a while since I played Shadow Gen, so Chaos Control isn't really on my mind a whole lot. I have a feeling that I did this wrong. QTE?
All right.
Use Chaos Control on the missile? Okay. I mean, to be fair, I didn't really know that was interactable and not just a set piece. Maybe that's something to do with the, maybe that's something that could be improved with level design or just sight readability in general. Also, is it this one that I want to Chaos Control, I wonder?
Let's do this.
You have to Chaos Control to activate the missile QTE? Okay, I guess that's why they put the box here. Maybe you could put like a button prompt there or something, because I noticed that was present in earlier parts of this level and other levels in the pack as well. Why isn't my Chaos Control working? I think my game just froze. Oh. Oh, interesting. So it was loading the QTE scene when I manually did Chaos Control myself. Interesting implementation. It could be smoother. That could be smoother. Smoother implemented, I'd say. I love the way that you guys posed the Ark. That's it? That's the end of the level? Oh. Really? I mean, I guess it is an early build. Is that actually the end of the level?
No! All right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and play all the levels in order, and then once we've had our fill, I think I'm gonna come back and try to do, like, separate playthroughs to get different routes and whatnot. That's all there is for this part of Ark Rush? Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember seeing in one of the trailers they're adding like a they're adding like a warp ring that takes you to a doom zone or something. So yeah, I mean, as you guys can see, this is obviously like still pretty heavily work in progress and whatnot, but what the foundation that's here is very promising and very good. It didn't freeze Chaos Control, it's just really powerful. Yeah, it froze my processor too. Oh god. I'm not even trying to like move around here. Alright. Anything I want to catch up on, chat? Sega, give us some form of camera control in a new game. I think you have to do... You either have to give the player like a really open space to give them good camera control, or you have to have really good manual cameras, because trying to move this around while doing fast-paced reactions is not the best. Really cool stage. It's satisfying to see in nearly entire SA2 stages without actual nightmare rail switching of SA2. The little design touches they added were nice too. Yeah, and the cool thing is, that's not even like the most interesting part of what they're doing with any of this either. They are literally adding a warp ring segment as well with like a custom like transitional animation and whatnot. It's really sick. But I think the thing that touches me the most about that is the fact that they brought back, like, the gravity switching vertically on the inside of the Ark, similar to Crazy Gadget. Steampunk City. So here's what I wanted to think about, right? So Space Colony Ark, that's obviously a Shadow level. Steampunk Canyon, I think this could be Sonic or Shadow. Fog Forest, I want to do a Sonic. Digital Circuit is going to be Shadow for sure. Skyward Castle, I don't know. I guess Sonic because of Chaos Island. And then White Citadel, I'm thinking is Shadow. I could do Sonic or Shadow for Steampunk Canyon, to be honest. Should I switch to Sonic? What do you guys think? What do you guys want? That do be the question. Snock? Okay, we can do some Snock. Time to play my favorite level I worked on. Yo, so there's a lot of people in my chat that worked on this mod that I don't really personally know of, actually. Or maybe I just don't recognize your name because on YouTube, the chat names are all gray. I didn't realize so many different people were working on this. Shindash, if you're able, can you DM me, like, the list of people that worked on this? Because I'd love to credit them when the full thing is ready. I gotta ask, is this mod pack going to replace stages, or are you guys straight up expanding the hub world with new areas? I don't know what they plan on doing. I think it is gonna be probably too difficult to do that exactly. You do access these levels by just going to stage gates and whatnot, though. That's how it works right now. So, let's get Snock ready. Good old Snick. Typically, these kinds of, like, custom level mods, they always just replace existing ones. There is a way to basically, like, put, like, brand new missions and levels on, or, like, brand new stages on the missions. But, yeah. You lost the list because of Windows. Oh, that sucks, Shindash. Yeah, so for those that don't know, Shindash had some kind of, like, a Windows issue on their computer, and they lost some content, actually. But nothing substantial in terms of progress seems to actually be gone, thankfully. So let's head on over to Steampunk Canyon, eh? I personally never like using Doomwing on Sonic. It doesn't feel right. So every single one of these new levels has its own introductory animation. Dude, and I love how that specific animation fits Sonic or Shadow. Like, they're just kind of stoic. And they both do that stupid little glove thing as well. That's a trait for both of them. This level is so damn cool, dude. You can hear the thumps and the humming of the machines in the background. It's almost rhythmic with the music. We've got Sonic Adventure 1 OST. And I think this is utilizing assets from Crossworlds. And I'm not sure what else. Maybe Radical Terrain? I have no idea. It's obviously using assets from, oh god, from regular Rail Canyon. But this right here, this looks like it's directly out of Crossworlds. That's one of my favorite things about this mod, is how it utilizes assets from other Sonic games that just came out, but uses them for a modern platforming game, as opposed to just like using these locations in a spin-off, Speedrun Tech. I also really adore how the egg pawns are utilized in this level, because, like, one of the coolest things about Generations is how you get all these different types of Eggman's enemies. Like, you get the 06 mechs, you get the regular iconic egg pawns, you know. Don't know if that was supposed to happen with the physics. But it's really cute, because in levels where you get to use the egg pawns as, like, decoration, you get to, like, really play around with their personalities and whatnot, too. Because obviously they're the most emotable compared to the 06 mechs or the Forces mechs. But it is really sick that you get to play around with such a variety of Eggman's arsenal. I actually don't even know how I saved myself there. That was sick, though. Oh god. Like, I really love Rhinobots because of Sonic 3, and it makes me so happy that they're here in Rail Canyon's asset pool. Ooh, this looks really nice. This is a great use of decoration, dude. Look at these background buildings, and then you got the giant industrial fan on the top of a roof. That actually makes, like, real sense. And then using the, using this right here, I'm sure it's supposed to be a reference to one of Sonic's abilities in Sonic Heroes, where he does his little spin. Oh shit! Where he does his little spin across the poles. I probably, like, messed up the sequence on it, though. Yeah, look at that, look at that, look at that! Custom movement to make it look exactly like the Sonic Heroes ability that he uses. You can homing attack those Rhinobots if you're quick enough. You can probably also Chaos Control like they want you to do in the original Rail Canyon. I also just love, in general, the idea of using a steampunk theme and playing as Sonic, because I feel like a lot of Sonic's appearances recently have been in, like, natural environments, like Superstars and Frontiers. Oh, that is weird. Shindash warned me about the physics there. But it's nice seeing him in, like, a more industrial, like, modern setting again, with something like this. Remove the jukebox music? Oh, that's what's happening there? My bad. Here. We can just replay the whole level, I think. I wonder what other ones I might have on here accidentally. Yeah, because I completely forgot that I even had that on there. Kick the smoke. It's worth a replay for the music? Absolutely. And we can maybe even find different pathways, too. Some of the prettiest lighting I've seen. Yeah, it's not completely piss yellow, either. It really works with the warmer palette. The only game I remember having a steampunk aesthetic was Rise of Lyric and the Sonic Forces on the Pyramid stage. I guess you could call that one steampunk. I kind of just thought of that one as like a regular mechanical Eggman theme. My game is frozen. The list is recovered. Thank God. Crediting is no longer lost media. I might have to reboot my game. I tried not playing these levels so that I would like be surprised by the level design and like all the cute little like Easter eggs that are put in there. So I do apologize if this showcase feels a little bit unprofessional. Yeah, I'm like pretty sure the game crashed there. But yeah, we got the credit list. I'll read it off for you guys. Shinda, creator, lead level designer. Fast, terrain import, playtester. Actually, I hold on. Let me probably just put this image on screen for you guys too. Let's do credits. Boom. Yeah, I apologize if this feels a little bit unprofessional here today. I was trying to preserve the majority of like my first time reactions for this. So yeah, here's our full list of credits for people that worked on this. I'll probably pop this back on screen after we finish all the levels, but yeah, look at that. That's way more people than I expected. Straight up. It's like infinitely more. All right, let's get back into it with the right music this time. But yeah, no, it's interesting that they haven't really used like steampunk in a mainline Sonic game before. Mainly just because it's like that feels like such a natural progression of like nature versus industry, you know? What do you mean story? I don't even remember what I was talking about. The smoke. I gotta learn the lyrics to this song. It's actually one of my favorites in Crossworlds. But yeah, no, it's really sick, like, kind of like recontextualizing assets and music you only get in a spin-off racing game where he's using a car, but this time we're doing it in like a mainline action game, dude. Like, all these little bridges and rails and everything, dude, it looks like one big constant workstation. I don't know why I thought that I could roll under that. I don't know what was happening with me. Oh, look at that lamp. Can you use the Frontiers model? I don't think there's a config option for this Sonic stuff. In this early version anyway, there isn't a lot of configuration that I have available to me. I just really appreciate all the, like, niche, tiny placements of Egg Pond. They're just, like, off doing their own thing in, like, random corners of the level. And, like, little crevices of the level. It's kind of adorable. And I actually really like these narrow, like, turning paths at the top there, because it reminds me of, like, some of the side pathways in the actual steampunk level in Crossworlds, which the name eludes me right now. I thought I jumped. My bad. Or, like, that smear ball. Yeah, the cool thing about the rolling physics in this game is that, like, the jump ball is basically, like, it's, like, a real-time model. It doesn't feel like its own unique model. I don't know how to say it. It's like the actual model of Sonic gets squished as like an animation. Oh, there's too much momentum there. Because Shadow can curl too, and his ball is also based on his model, rather like his player model, rather than being like a dedicated model with a different art style like they do for Frontiers and Shadow Gens. I'm dead again. Fair enough. Jump Ball's a separate model starting with Lost World. Yeah, but the one here, it just kind of scrunches his body, you know, instead of just being like a circle. Well, the cool thing about it is just kind of adapting to it in the moment, mainly. Why is Shadow Sonic? Because this is Sonic X Shadow Generations there, Two-Tail. They're both playable in this game. Did you miss the memo? See, like right there, I knew that the answer was to not jump, but I did it anyway. Because it's really hard to adapt on the spot. This is like one of the coolest things here. Oh, you don't even actually have to hit the QTE on the rail. He just spins up it anyway, like Sonic Heroes. What a treat. I wonder. Oh, that is a pathway. They really did think of that. Nice. Oh, the oncoming trains too? Swag. Oh shit! I jumped off the rail vertically downwards and I hit the slipstream. Nice! Cool. Okay, now we're back on the infamous train segment. I really appreciate what they're going for with this. Gameplay-wise, it really spices things up, but the physics are a bit confusing. I gotta adapt to this. Yeah, his voice. Yeah, that's one of the things that I was actually gonna ask the devs about. Like, oh, do you guys have any plans to replace the voice lines? Which they obviously do. That's not a question I really need to ask, to be fair. But, damn. The thing is, I know I can switch to the left train, but the momentum worries me. Okay. Yeah. And I want to do air boosting too, but again, the momentum worries me. Yeah, see, I got caught on a wall there.
All right.
I wonder if this section could be 2D. I wonder if it'd be hard to implement. I've seen people implement 3D, 2D sections in this game. Yeah, it's weird. The thing is, I just don't understand, like, what determines my momentum going crazy or going really slow. Like, I feel like I'm just jumping normally. Got a lot harder due to the physics change. Yeah, it feels like the custom physics that were added for Sonic and whatnot were, like, very last minute. Think you want to air boost? I can try it. That death plane was weird. I've actually messed around in DevTools trying to do somewhat similar stuff with, like, unique mechanics and levels, and this stuff is very hard. This is not easy. I'm impressed that it's as functional as is, to be fair. So yeah, I guess air boost is the play there. I was holding off from using air boost because it usually feels really kind of risky to utilize. This loop reminds me of Grand Metropolis and Heroes. So are these buildings, actually. I love headcanoning, like, what this could possibly be, the city, the purpose of it. You know, is Eggman taking it over, or is it one of his cities? Like I said, I do want to replay all of these levels to see if we can, like, find more pathways and get a cleaner run. This is beautiful. This also reminds me of, like, Skyscraper Scamper. Sonic Unleashed level design, yeah. Well, it's not really level design necessarily, I don't think. It feels different enough, while taking cues and reusing models, I think. Or at least that's my onion. Oh, here's a 2D section. Pseudo. I think I caught onto Skyscraper Scamper, like, the same time you guys did. It's nice because, like... Ooh, shit, that's a top pathway. That's kind of cool. It's nice, though, because, like, these levels visually kind of reference, like, past games and whatnot. But the level design, too. Panic bounce over the fence? Okay! I wasn't familiar with the game. That's clever. But, yeah, like, there's, like, occasional level design references, too. With, like, just tiny, tiny sections that kind of play identically to past, like, city levels or whatever the level theme is. Oh, shit. Like, in Fog Forest, there's a lot of gameplay gimmicks that remind me of other forest levels in past Sonic games, too. God, I love the spinning gear platform visual so much. Definitely does remind me of Forces Net. I'm thinking about Arsenal Pyramid. Hello, Dark Shade. Usually I'm a lot better at catching messages. I'm dead. Chaos Control, maybe? Usually I'm a lot better at reading messages, but this is like a first-time playthrough. And it's a bit overwhelming. I'll be real. In a good way. Ooh, we're using the slide for once. Nice. Fog Forest reminds me of White Jungle, mainly. I was getting a lot of tropical jungle vibes from it. Especially because it uses the White Cave, assets. Oh, this is really cute reference. This is like the Chaotix mission where they destroy the shadow androids. Like that, this exact area is from that level. I love that wide open space, dude. That's so Heroes. That's so Heroes coded. Oh, maybe I have to defeat the enemies? Yeah, look at that. And then we touch this. And then we touch this. Did y'all just put a puzzle in my 3D Boost Sonic game? It's not really much of a puzzle, but let's see here. Go up. Thing is, I can't see what direction this is going in. I want that one to be red, I'm sure. If that's directly from Heroes, I just straight up forgot. This is definitely directly from Heroes. Oh, no way! I didn't even know you could fall in this direction! That's so cool! We got shot out of the cannon! This is also kind of directly from Heroes, but like, high-key just better? Like, this mechanic fits so much better than the physics they were using. Why did I die? Was I too low? Huh! Well, yeah, so there's definitely a learning curve to these levels, and they will kind of kick your ass. But if you're, like, crafty enough, and you're willing to, like, replay enough, this probably feels like butter to, like, complete. Like, S rank. No mistakes. I gotta land on a rail. Okay. Yeah, horizontal skydive is not something I've ever seen somebody do in a Sonic Generations mod, a Frontiers mod, or a Shadow Gens mod. Wow. Visually, this is the coolest shit ever. I'm actually, like, dodging and weaving IRL. Clutch! Nice. Replaying levels to get peak is peak Sonic? To get peak rank is peak Sonic? No, I agree 100. I'm racing them, I'm racing them. Oh, I'm racing them? What a sick angle! You can kill them by sidestepping? I didn't even know that. I jumped on the train! I might be Sonic in real life. I might be Sonic in real life. That's some shit he would actually do in, like, an animation, though. Hello? Did I go on the wrong rail? Did I go on the wrong rail? I see a fan there. Can I use the fan?
This is ultimate power.
There. I set it down! Oh my god, every time... Okay, guys. I set the controller on my lap and it bumped the trigger. It switched to the last lap version of the song? I didn't even think of that. Really? I mean, I don't hear the chants. Maybe it's the chantless version. I wasn't looking that time. Okay. Where am I going? I don't know. I'll take the yellow rail. Wrongwaycentral.com. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I think there's just like an issue with readability and custom levels. Just kind of as a whole. Like, that's just the main issue, I think, with a lot of custom levels. Because I'm not exactly sure where to go here. Go to the rails on the right side? Oh. Like this? You can kind of homing attack to get to the Rhino bots on that rail. There are assets in Rail Canyon where you can, like, there's like big arrows. You might be able to utilize those to indicate to the player that you have to go hop on that set of rails. Because there's so many rails in that section that it's a little bit, like, busy visually. I guess that train right there is your indication to dodge. But because I was able to survive getting hit by that train, I assumed that I was able to use the rails on the left, which are just for decoration. Oh, I jumped there. If that train, like, instantly killed you, I think it would do a better job at visually communicating. I don't know why, but the rail switching buttons are inverted here. I don't know if that's intentional. By the way, I love when developers utilize invisible dash rings because you can set like a variant of like one of like 5 different animations that are available in this game. Am I dead here? The hype moments in this level are peak. Now imagine what the hype moments in this mod are going to look like when everything is fully implemented. Because back with Ark Rush, guys, there was still like an entire segment with a raw animation that wasn't present in this build. Like, this is just the teaser, this is the taster, this is the appetizer, man. And by the way, 14 minutes on this level, and I think it was like probably the same amount of time on Ark Rush as well. This is just me learning the level, this is just me sight reading the level. This isn't me trying to get S rank and like replaying it vigorously. Like, 14 minutes for a Sonic level is really impressive because of how much ground you have to cover, considering how fast these characters are, right? Like, how much design goes into making a 14-minute long 3D Sonic level? Don't look at me! Don't look at me! I want everybody to type, I understand that was just the warm-up. You can beat it within 5 minutes of playing well? Yeah, but nobody's gonna do that on their first run. 10 minutes of gameplay on a first run is still pretty magical. You guys remember Sonic Forces? Am I the only one that remembers Sonic Forces? Sonic hates you? I don't think he hates anybody, man. Why you gotta be mean to me? Trying to make me cry? You guys like my hero. High moments in aura farming. Yeah, it makes up for all those deaths, right? Okay, Tutel, you're banned permanently? You hurt my feelings? Alright, now... Fog Forest, which I think from what I've seen, this is my second favorite, with Digital Circuit probably being my favorite. I always want to call it Frog Forest. It's just so close. You almost got me. You almost got me, Jukebox. Sonic hates Zavok. I don't even know if he hates Zavok, because I remember listening to a podcast that Ian Flynn hosted where he's like, I don't think Sonic actually hates anybody, but the closest person that he probably dislikes the most is Zavok, more so than Eggman. I remember him saying that. His sap face in the D rank animation. Can we stop talking about it? That didn't happen. You're making it up. Mass hallucination, mass psychosis. The Werehog and Zavok would have a banter, right? They wouldn't talk. They'd fight. They'd have a conversation with their fists. Ooh, I haven't heard the song. This is the perfect level to practice your roles, by the way, because this is just straight up Green Forest Sonic Adventure 2. Like, look at these like half pipe ass platforms. This terrain, dude, it's so slopey. It's just begging to be boost momentumed off of. I'm so glad that they added the Frontier Stomp jump back to his moveset. I also think that segment right there, where you have to double jump and then homing attack that spring, that's also not very visually clear. I remember that when I was testing this level. Those hitboxes are also ginormous for some reason. Also, with these little flower things that you bounce off of, you have to hit, like, the bullseye in the middle, or you'll just kind of clip through it entirely. I noticed that as well. It looks like a lot of the assets here are being used from White Cave and Crossworlds. It's really interesting to see people utilize those assets to make modern Sonic levels, dude. This section's really cool. There are multiple solutions to this, I guess? I haven't gone in this pathway when testing. Yo, you guys see what I mean when I said this is like Tropical Jungle from 06, right? Boing? I wonder if that sound effect is from 06. Some of the vegetation in the background kind of reminds me of something from Sonic Unleashed as well, asset-wise. But I know the majority of those, like, aquatic plants are probably from, like, you know, White Cave in Crossworlds. Obviously, these platforms are from Kingdom Valley. This level design right here with the moving platforms, this is straight out of Adabat and Sonic Unleashed. This section right up here, this is Sonic Unleashed Adabat. I think once, like, very minor... Whoops. Oh yeah, there's also not very many, there's not very many, checkpoints on this level. But just kind of this level specifically. By the way, that was not really the fault of the level, developers there. I'm pretty sure that's just because, I have the drop dash code turned on. I don't think that's the developer's fault at all. I probably just forgot to turn that off. Dude, look at that though. Like, rolling on the side of like that half-pipe terrain, just like Green Forest. Cinematic parallels. That's what I'll say about it. But yeah, this segment right here, you get like not enough time to react to the fact that you have to homing attack that spring, I think. I think it's mainly because you have to double jump before homing attacking that spring. Anytime there's those like sloping terrain, I have to roll. It's a rule. I have to roll. I want rolling bad so... I want the rolling so bad. It's your favorite in Frontiers. I didn't realize how much it would lend itself to, like, a linear gameplay element with Shadow Generations physics, which are better than Frontiers physics by a decent amount. Ooh! Gotta be very careful with those flowers. Yeah, like, those purple flowers there. Those look so pretty, dude. It reminds me of, like, Aquarium Park. Or like, Chun Nan or something. I also really appreciate how those like, handle pulley things, they, like, swing you around visually like the vines did in SA2. I guess a benefit to having momentum-based physics in this mod is that there are several segments where you can kind of just, like, run without having to hold boost. That's nice. But I would say that, like, okay, decoration-wise, this is probably my favorite level. Also, since we're playing as Sonic, by the way, his Doom Surf gets turned into the goddamn Blue Star. How clean is that? Also, what are these water shaders from, dude? Is this from Cross Worlds? Is this just from Shadow Gens? I don't remember the Shadow Gens water looking quite so clean and crispy and clear, bro. Who do you like more, Sonic or Shadow? In this mod, or casually in general? I think the levels make more sense with Shadow, but this level makes the most sense with Sonic. I mean, come on, dude. That air trick with the extreme gear, it makes the most sense with Sonic. Also, I missed that subtle spring on the right, which was probably an entirely new pathway. Yo, this wooden bridge reminds me of, like, Sonic Rush 3D. Oh, whoa, I'm all the way back to the very beginning. Cool. I think I missed a checkpoint. I think there's actually supposed to be a checkpoint. Yeah, Two-Tailed saw that too. I know that with the parameters with checkpoints, you can set it so that you can actually go, like, you can set the hitbox parameters with checkpoints, like, very ridiculously high. I would recommend that you guys do that for a better casual experience. Like, you could set the checkpoint hitbox to be like 1,000,000 miles in the air with DevTools. Should probably do that for moments like that, unless I just got really unlucky when I wasn't paying attention and, like, went at, like, the perfect angle. There's no checkpoints in this build? I could have sworn there was a checkpoint at the extreme gear section. Because I was actually messing around with it earlier to try and get, like, a thumbnail shot for the stream. Boop. Second version of Fog Forest? I'm not sure how many versions there are. Right after the ramp? Yeah. I believe Tonder. That's okay. I'm actually not mad at all about having to replay this, because gameplay-wise, I'm really adoring all the excuses I'm getting to roll here. Okay, these bouncy flowers work a lot better than the other pathway that I was taking off stream. Stream's lagging a bit, really? Is the stream lagging for everybody, or is that just a one guy thing? Let's see here. Do I have drop frames? It says excellent on my end. It says excellent on my end. OBS is also in the green. So I'm not too sure about all that. It's fine? Okay, yeah. It's a one guy situation, it seems. Do you like Sonic or Shadow more in general? Silver could be an option, but people rarely choose him. I definitely prefer Sonic in every way, shape, and form. Sonic's like my favorite protagonist character ever. Pretty much. Trying to find a good place to put this light, because my lighting's not very good. Shadow is, like, not even in my top 5 Sonic characters, I'll be honest. He's cool, and anytime I see him in an important story moment on screen, I know I gotta lock in for his life-changing lines, but I just have other characters that I obsess over more. I'm actually just not a Shadow guy. I get it. I get why people think he's awesome, but I'm just not a Shadow guy. But something I will say, though, is typically in a game like Shadow Generations, I don't play mods that replace the character over Shadow, because I like that Shadow has his own game in the modern day. You know, like, in a game like Sonic Frontiers, I'll play mods that replace characters over Sonic, because Sonic is playable every time. But in a game like Shadow Generations, I don't typically change who I'm playing. The reason that I love that you can play as Sonic, though, is because this game is called Sonic X Shadow Generations, dude. Come on. Like, I just love the idea of this being, like, a Sonado game. Yes, I'm using that terminology, because it's easier to say. What the hell? I wasn't reacting.
Let's do this.
Got the checkpoint, though. Sonic hit puberty hard, that's why he sounds like Shadow. Yeah, they really got Roger to lock in this time. Like, they thought his delivery in Frontiers was not enough. Oh, damn! Yeah, no, dude, that bridge, that wooden bridge section, heavily reminds me of when I played Sonic Rush 3D. The G-edit situation is insane. That's the end of the level? No! It's Pebia, by the way, though, dude. Like, look at the lighting. Look at the dampness on the wooden bridge reflecting off of everything. No, the G-edit situation is insane. Are those edits from, like, Missouri from Sonic Unleashed or something? Collision is saying goodbye. You know what, let's get back to the bridge segment, because I want to take a cool shot. I want to take a cool picture. Like, guys, be so for real right now. Right? I want to make a relaxing cafe mod, but I have no idea how collision terrain models. There was actually a group of people making a relaxing cafe mod where you could go inside it and there was an interior and everything. Collision is a privilege I can revoke at any time. It's giving secret rings low-key. I kind of get what you mean. The kind of more generic, dreary, realistic aesthetic. Okay, so now we're hopping on Digital Circuit. And I'm going to switch over to my boy Shadow for this one. Because I was just talking about how important it is that he gets his own game in this modern day and age. And dude, Shadow Generations is a game that's supposed to be celebrating Shadow's history. It's supposed to be a direct sequel to Shadow Generations. And you're telling me that there wasn't a single Shadow 05 level in Shadow Generations? Well, you just know they had to fix that. You just know they had to fix that. Let's load back up here. Will we find Pomni? Well, I know you guys love spoiling the hell out of this mod before I even get into it. But, I don't know. I don't know, man. If I get all red star rings, maybe Pomni will be a gizmo in this level. And she will T-pose and come down from the sky. I swear if they use the look of Digital Circuit we got in Crossroads, then it'd be peak. Nobody tell him. Nobody tell him. He lacks critical information. He doesn't know! He doesn't know! He lacks critical information. I modeled an interior for the relaxing cafe, and a friend was working on it, but I was just adding terrain blocks for collision. I'll be honest, I'm using the wrong song. Make sure the music is set to default! Okay, Jesus, chill, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do you accept my apology? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, please. Please.
Now, I'll be honest, I didn't play too much Shadow 05 as a kid. I really do enjoy Digital Circuit, though. Like, visually and conceptually, this is the coolest shit ever. And Frontiers low-key jacked their entire flow, baby. Notice how those springs were an entirely different asset, by the way? What asset is this, even? Dude, this is just the coolest location of all time. I was so glad that this got to be a cross-world in Sonic Racing, because, like, this is, like, the most striking location visually to me in all of Shadow 05. Conceptually as well. Also, Shadow has a really badass animation when he, kills that swarm of, like, fly enemies. God, I love that it's the Eggman laughing sprig as well, dude. I actually really adore that, they're using the forces. Hi, Radical Highway. I really adore that they're using the forces badniks for this. I don't know, something about them being stale kind of fits with the concept of, like, AI and digitalness. Because, like, the forces badniks are very stale in design and personality, you know? Oh yeah, perfect place for me to roll, by the way. Yeah, we just casually putting rolling physics into a linear boost game. Why not? Also, how did you make a moving background like this? How is this real? How is this possible? Look at all the different, like, special moving textures on every, like, face and vertice here, man. I'm kind of mad that I watched that preview video for this. On Shindash's channel, because this is extremely impressive. Wow, look at that. They even got, like, an after image glow on them, too. Very cyberspace. Oh my god, UV animation? I don't even know what that means. God. Oh my god, dude. The turning animation on that Motobug is so clean. You only ever see that Motobug one time in the sewers in this game. Look how shiny everything is, dude. This is all just completely original materials. And I'm missing like 5 million pathways per second here, too. It really feels like everything is telling you to keep running. UV anim, matte anim lets you to animate the UV and materials. I didn't know that. It feels like black magic to me. I'll be real. It's Mr. Beetle Boy. Like, be honest. If I showed you a video of this, would you say, oh, that's a mod? Or would you say, oh shit, really? DLC? And I'd say, like, out of all the levels I played, this one feels the most polished, easily. Also, I really love this set piece of, oh, is it coming up? It's when I grabbed that, that holy, and there was Buzz Bombers. I think it's right here? Yeah. Dude, I love this as a set piece. You got both of them charging at you. Bro can't ever get a break. Also, the light speed dash is back in this mod, by the way. Okay, you can break through that. And then pinball section, baby! We get to spin in a pinball section, and there's actual momentum that stacks speed as we keep going. God damn, that rattled my actual brain IRL. The way that the screen shakes when you hit? How did you guys do that? How did you make the screen shake? What a transition, dude! I got thrown inside the disco ball. Wow! The way that all the platforms actually move around to like a GameCube era, like some Hang Castle type shit. And obviously I know they did that in Shadow of 5 as well, but still, I don't know, it's just so cool. It's just so cool to think that this is possible. We could just do whatever the hell we want! Solid surfaces erecting! Also known as me playing this mod! Holy shit, dude! We can just do anything we want. This is like Sonic Maker. I love how that was a shattered wall as well. The simulation, dude! I don't even care I died. every fucking square inch of this, man. It's insane. They took Sonic Team's game and they're like, this is ours. This is ours now, man. We'll do what we want with it. We'll do as we please. Thank you. This is our game. Oh my god, can we just appreciate when Sonic games do this? When it's like a very simple pathway, but it's just got like a slight slope. A slight slope with the camera very close to the back of the character. It feels amazing. Okay, balloon, balloon, balloon. Pseudo 2D segment. Like, that's some really nice readability and level design there. Maybe that's what you guys need in some of the unreadable parts in other levels, is like just different camera angles. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think the unreadable parts in past levels are necessarily like objectively bad. Oh, do I gotta go around? I can't go in the middle. I don't think they're objectively bad or anything like that. Ooh, new sound effect. By the way, you can do custom sound effects. It's really nice for making like custom cutscenes mid-level. Dude, look at the turning on this. Yes! That was only possible with the roll. If you tried boosting, that wouldn't have worked, I'm pretty sure. Oh, guess what? Also, Chaos Control is like a special theme song or sound effect or something? So you can hear like a heart thumping when it comes on. Okay. Shindash might be a wizard. Speaking of which, dude, there are some visual illusions in this level that are on par with Infinite and Black Doom. I swear to God. We're gonna come up to one right here, I believe, where we make a loop out of moving platforms. Yeah, each individual one of those platforms had to be set to move in a specific pattern in DevTools or something, I believe. That's the time break sound effect from Secret Rings. Oh, dude. Is it somehow possible for you guys to replace, like, Shadow's voice line of going Chaos Control with Sonic's voice line of him going Time Break when you're playing as Sonic? If you could do that, that would touch my heart personally. Also, this is long as hell. All of these levels are long as hell. Bang for your buck. Even just one of these levels being a near 10 minutes on a first playthrough can net you hours and hours of work. I know I was supposed to hit a switch there, but I just swagged it out anyway. Did that in Blender? Oh, cool! That's from, like, Metropolitan Highway. Those like, platforms. Like, that's... Oh, no, it's not just Metropolitan Highway. It's also, Holoska. It's also Holoska. That level design reference. Look at this! Look how detailed this background is, dude! This is on par... This asset placement is on par with, like, Sonic Colors Starlight Carnival, dude. Just quietly doing all this in Blender real quick. Like, from what I understand, the entire environment of this had to be decorated and placed in Blender. Wow. What a satisfying use of a slope. Like, you run on the floor, and the slope climbs up the wall into a 90-degree angle? Cool edge? Yeah, Holoska. They also do that in Metropolitan Highway as well. But, like, the destroying platforms, like, the visual look of them reminded me a lot of Metropolitan Highway, the way that they were, like, holographic. There we are at the top of the data center, baby. He's always grumpy. It doesn't mean I got a bad rank. You can't see the rank. He's always grumpy. I got a death rank. I've been learning HEIO and Blendhog stuff, so the stuff you can do is insane. Yeah, even just the stuff I was able to do in DevTools impressed me. And I'm noob at modding. Okay, so we got Digital Circuit, Skyward Castle, which I've technically already done before, and then we got White Citadel, which is brand new as well. Skyward Castle has been out for about like 4 or 5 months now. I can play this one if you guys want, but I kind of just want to hop into White Citadel because I've played Skyward Castle What game is this? This is Sonic X Shadow Generations, and this mod is in development by a bunch of lovely, lovely people in our chat right here. I want you guys to vote. Should we do Skyward Castle or White Citadel first? Which one are we hopping on here? But yeah, so next time Sega's having a Sonic sale, you guys should definitely look into getting this. Literally just for this mod, even if you've played the game originally on, like, consoles or something. It's super worth. White Citadel? Okay, how about this? I'll do White Citadel as Shadow, and then we can come back for Skyward Castle as Sonic. Yeah, I think most people want White Citadel anyway. Though, do not do Rails and Blendhog, it doesn't align properly. Are you expecting... Oh, you want me to do it in HEIO? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'm out of time. Okay, I'm sorry, Tonder. I'm sorry it took too long, man. My Spotify keeps crashing when I BRB. Okay, whatever. White Citadel it is. I shouldn't have? Apparently I do. It's Central City. Let's be honest, Central City would still work for this level, though. Ah, yes, of course. Shadow Generations, if it had a Shadow Generations level in it. Okay, Octane, I get it, man. I'm not a baby. The Eclipse Planet, dude. It looks like an eclipse moon, but it's the planet. You can see all the little lights down below, all those little promises on the planet below that Shadow made to Maria. All those little lights of life. I was glazing the, I was glazing Digital Circuit for using the Crossworlds assets. I was glazing, Steampunk City for using the Crossworlds assets because those are from the most recent spin-off game, but you can easily use them to fit with the art style of like a mainline platformer, right? But here we got like these original assets from the hub world, man, turned into a full-ass regular playable level. How goddamn clever. Definitely not doing that properly. Can you upload more figure stuff? I get kind of burned out on it. There's not much you can really do besides unboxings, I'd say. Oh look, there's a path to the right here as well. It's probably how you go on the squid route to begin with. Oh, that's actually clever too. Oh, I did that wrong. That's clever how they're even using balloons as a part of like the staple level design. Wow, that was really cute. You could see like a lantern on top of the arc there, the arch there. Oh yeah, I beat Little Big Planet 2 as a kid. I loved it. Very, like, creatively appealing to me. Games like Little Big Planet 2 are probably why I'm such a nerd for good decoration and platforming games like I am with this stream and this level right now. Oh, that's when you can roll under.
Out of my way.
Yes, dude! Shindash, please, please! Add more slopes that you can boost off of as a regular part of the level design. That was my favorite part of Final Horizon. We need more of that, especially in Fog Forest. Please! I approve of the usage of the planet. So does NASA, apparently. I think that planet model is made with scans from NASA. They're in the credits of this game. Kind of clever, too, how there's so many, like, rail-oriented moments in this stage, because this is, like, the hub world is, like, primarily just floating over space, and there's, like, a million moments where you have, like, rail time attack segments in the hub world. Good use of the water segment, too, with these, like, slanted pieces of wall that are sinking into the water. Like, dude, the way that this visually tells a story is extremely impressive. Like, there was already art direction in White Space to begin with, but White Citadel takes it further. It makes everything a bit more aggressive. Holy shit. This hallway makes me think of, like, the final area in Kingdom Hearts 3. You can definitely do that a lot swaggier than I was doing. With, like, the momentum on the walls, traveling up the slopes. When these levels are fully done, I'm definitely going to do a full video where I get, like, clean, like, S-rank runs on every stage. Ooh, that reminds me a little bit of Kingdom Valley.
With this power.
Reutilizing the cutscene directly from Radical Highway 2. Fits very seamlessly in here, like it was intended. This actually genuinely feels more like a final level than Radical Highway, I'll be real. This is kind of like what the build-up to Black Doom should have been, low-key. Like, he starts going sicko mode and, like, rearranging the entirety of the hub, and then you gotta play through this entire level just to get to the top of the Doom Moon, whatever it's called. Oh god. And then you access Radical Highway. I feel like I'm cheating too much with the wing, dude. One of my favorite YouTubers, I appreciate that. I try. I mainly just make videos inspired on the videos that I like to watch once upon a time. With my own flair. Yo, that's clever! Having one of these squid segments on top of the water, just like the hub world did. Like, visually, that just fits. That fits the theming, dude. That's so good. I would assume Sonic would be who True Blue would be voice acting. I'm pretty sure that's who they were voice acting in Frontiers Revisited, right? And Sonic doesn't really have a voice in this currently. But yeah, so I guess that's pretty much it for all of the unseen original level design. Now, wow, I'm actually really overwhelmed in a good way. There's a lot of thoughts that I'd like to get off my chest about this, but they all kind of just, like, come and go. But, like, dude, the way that they even got, like, the gradient. The red, ominous gradient, like Black Doom is ready to destroy everything, bro. Oh, it's wonderful. You fly to the planet? Oh, if only I had the rings. Rouge Generations might be interesting to see with this mod since she has different air boost physics. Word? Yeah, I tried that mod a little while ago. Yeah, Little Big Planet 2 was the only one that I played when I was younger, too. Okay, I'll hop back on Sonic, and I guess we can, I guess we'll do, a victory lap on Skyward Castle. That one is, like, basically a 100% completed, because that mod has been out for some time now. After we do a victory lap on Skyward Castle, what level do you guys want me to replay? I'll try to do, like, a quick replay of everything, maybe. Like, maybe a speedrun-oriented one, and then, I might have to hop off here after that. Get some Jamalams going. Take that off. Save and play. Shindash, can we use the Frontiers model for Sonic in this mod? I think the only issue with that, Lisa Knight, is that you'd probably have to re-rig it for all of the animations that are set up over Shadow's model. I don't think it would be easy. If there is one suggestion that I would give to the team, you guys should put Sonic over Terios, so that we can just switch between Sonic and Shadow in the menu. Now, I know that not everybody has the Terios DLC, but you guys actually already made Sonic over Shadow, so you could just leave it as a config option, but also put it on the DLC menu for, like, ease of access. I'll try to fix everything so that physics are perfectly polished. Okay, so here's the thing. I think the momentum with the rolling is great. I don't really need a change on that personally. What I'm not a fan of is when you let go of the stick and Sonic keeps, like, running with his momentum. Because when you're trying to platform in segments, this becomes ice physics. It kind of becomes the problem that people had with Sonic Heroes platforming. You should definitely keep this momentum. I think it's fun and it works for certain segments because you can run at a fast pace without having to boost everywhere in certain corridors. But I think the real issue with it is just how long it lasts. Like, I'm gonna boost and let go of the trigger and the control stick. That lasts for so long, unfortunately, and you'll slip off of so many platforms. The heroes jog on Sonic? You mean like, this animation? I think it's a cute nod. I'm not a big fan of the animation, personally. I think it works for the jank of a 2003 game. I think it looks kind of awkward in this game. I don't think that should dissuade you guys from using this animation, though, because there's a lot of love for Sonic Heroes in this mod, and it is a cute nod. It's just not really my personal preference for what the animation would be, especially because when I go into photo mode, the poses are pretty awkward to get good shots of. But that's just like a me-specific thing, because I like using photo mode. It's not really like a huge issue. Now, this is a level that I can probably do pretty okayly on, because I actually have practiced this one a decent amount. You're working on a Sonic Gen's HUD mod for this game. That would be really nice to pair up with, like, Sonic actually being playable in this mod. Cool, we got the perfect song on here, too. So last time I was playing this level, which was Shadow. I'm not gonna lie, that first camera gives me motion sickness. I know it's supposed to be a reference to Sky Troops or something, but, I don't know. It moves a little bit too slow when it's, turning in a circle. Oh, so this level, low-key got harder now that there's momentum in this mod. See? A lot of the, rails kind of got broken. If you wobbled less, it would look better. I think the wobbling is kind of like the appeal of that animation from Heroes, I'll be real. But, like, it's not a bad thing. Or, like, I don't know, it's awkward, but I don't think the wobbling is the issue. It's really just, like, the place that he puts his limbs. That's the main issue for me, because it just looks too goofy. I don't know. I think if you guys like it, you should keep it, though. Oh, also, that's another thing. In that 2D segment, when I'm rolling under the laser, the spin dash doesn't have enough momentum, or the roll, rather, doesn't really have enough momentum to keep going like it does in 3D, and he uncurls kind of too early and almost hits the laser. I really do like the idea of adding custom physics to this mod, but it does feel like a lot of the level design gets kind of has broken. How do I describe this? I feel like it breaks the intended level design, because the level design was intended for a different, you know, set of physics. It's not a huge issue. I can certainly deal with it, but it is a little bit awkward. Oh, I did it again.
All right.
Side view equals 2D. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like if you can't fix the rolling, that's fine. If anything, maybe you guys should just put like a config option to use the rolling and to use like the rolling and the unused states and stuff and the vanilla physics, because I found that Skyward Castle worked beautifully with vanilla physics, and I'm sure that most of the other levels could too. Aside from like the pinball segment in Digital Circuit and like any other rolling segment in Fog Forest, those definitely benefit a lot from having the rolling. Oh, too much dip on my chip there. But yeah, I kind of know this one off the back of my hand here. What's your favorite Sonic game? Well, it's kind of hard to answer that question, right? Because you got 2D and you got 3D. I think 3D has to be Frontiers, like, objectively. I think it's the most deeply I've connected with a 3D Sonic game. From a gameplay and just, like, fan service point of view. And I have, like, 540 hours on it, too. Like, objectively, it's got to be Frontiers. I don't even know what else would be in my front running behind that. I like 06, but I don't know. SA1's pretty good, but I don't think it's like... I don't think I love that one nearly as much as I like Sonic Gens or Frontiers from a gameplay standpoint. And then as for, like, 3D, or sorry, for 2D, I'd probably have to say, like, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. A lot of people would say Mania, but it kind of turns me off that a lot of the good stuff from Sonic 3 and Knuckles is just like reused in Mania, right? It's like, how is that fair? Yeah, I mean, like, it's just undisputed Sonic 3 and Knuckles for me, to be honest. Even though Mania did bring back Mighty and Ray, which are like all-time favorite characters of mine. There should be a slider to remove physics. Yeah, something like that. As long as the level design works as intended. Oh, accidentally cool drop dash moment. See, this is fitting using Sonic because it's Chaos Island. We need Mighty and Ray back. Yeah, I'm really sad. Cool. I'm really sad that there wasn't like a Superstars Plus to add Mighty and Ray back. Like, they've literally tangled with Bean and Bark, dude. Actually, you could have even used Superstars Plus as an excuse to bring back Bean and Bark. Like, add a few new story cutscenes, kind of like Mania Plus did, right? Favorite Sonic character? I mean, that's a silly question, right? It's Knuckles. That's not a real question, surely. I mean, like, some people might be confused by that, and they're like, oh, what? Why not Dread? Why not Dread? Well, Dread is just, like, one of my favorite designs. He has a great personality, too, don't get me wrong. One of my favorite, like, archetypes of characters, genuinely. But I just like regular Knuckles more as a character, I guess. Both are great, though. Both are, like, two sides of me. The serious side and the fucking crackhead side at 4 a.m. when I don't sleep. Love them both. Character design-wise, love Dread. Character-wise, Nux all day, baby. And then I guess, like, second is probably Eggman. Third is Blaze. Fourth is Sonic, but probably equal to Blaze. It's funny that we even consider Werehog like a transformation for Sonic, because when I think of transformations, you know, I'm thinking of like Dragon Ball tier stuff, like Super Sonic 2, Too Much Dip on My Chip, Dark Spine Sonic Excalibur, you know. Honestly, like, this might be a basic answer because it's like a recent thing. Super Sonic Cyber, probably my favorite transformation. Something about that hit so hard after just having like years and years of like family-friendly, like, childish Sonic the Hedgehog instead of, like, badass Sonic the Hedgehog. And then we finally get this brand new transformation where he's, like, screaming in pain as he's powering up, right? Like an anime character, like a Dragon Ball character. And it just, like, reminded me of why I found Sonic as a franchise so cool in the first place, right? Like, the maturity of it, the edginess of it. And also, like, dude, that design, dude, the Fleetway eyes, the spiky teeth, the animated texture. The fact that he, like, just literally one-shot obliterates one of the strongest enemies. I think Super Sonic 2 is cool. I'm glad it won't return, though, because it's pretty generic. I think it works best as a one-time thing, you know? Out of the levels that are not fully complete, Ark Rush, Fog Forest, White Citadel, what are you the most excited to see fully completed? Probably Fog Forest. I think my favorite out of everything currently is probably Digital Circuit. Gameplay-wise, I really adore Fog Forest, and I'm actually very sad that the collision ran out at the bridge section. I don't know. Aesthetically, everything about Fog Forest is so gorgeous to me, and I headcanoned it as a Sonic level, as if this was a campaign where Sonic and Shadow have different perspectives. I headcanon that fully as like a Sonic exclusive location, you know? And, like, the fact that you get to use the blue star when surfing, too, and there's, like, the custom air trick with it all. If you guys do more with the extreme gear in that level, and more with, like, rolling gameplay on the slopey terrain. Oh, that one's gonna be an all-time classic. Maybe contender for my favorite custom Sonic level. I could do a pretty cool tier list on that between like all the custom levels in Sonic Gen, Shadow Gens, Forces, Frontiers Revisited, and whatnot. You know. Oh, I see. Boom, baby. Speaking of Blue Star, right? Oh yeah, I forgot there was 2 of them here. That's Aura. It's like you're getting bombarded. But yeah, no, like visually, you guys went the hardest with Fog Forest. Well, okay, Digital Circuit's pretty unbeatable, right? That's like the most solid art direction ever. But it's just so clever the way that you guys reutilize the existing assets from like Riders-inspired designs and then Kingdom Valley-inspired designs and everything to make a cohesive theme. It's really sick. I always find the pit death fits Vegeta. I guess I can hear it. I never really picked up on the fact that Kirk's Shadow had like that same raspy energy as English Vegeta. Doesn't Goku's voice actor do Black Doom in this game? Or is that a past voice actor for Black Doom? Also, this segment will always have a special place in my heart for the fact that the right path lets you run on the water by being fast, and then the left path lets you use your Doom Surf or your Extreme Gear for being fast. Shadow 05? Oh yeah, true. But yeah. So that's like every modded level in here. I have to do one thing for myself real quick here. This is incredibly nerdy, but there is a game called Rivals of Aether 2. I really like it. It's my favorite fighting game. And they're doing a Twitch Rivals event right now, and you can get a drop if you watch an hour of it. And I'm streaming right now, so I can't get that drop if I miss it. So I'm gonna quietly put on the stream while I stream. And hopefully it doesn't throttle my connection too hard. Because I really want that drop. I'll never forgive myself if I don't get it. Give me 1 second here, guys. While I'm doing this, can you guys vote on what level you want me to replay? I kind of want to do Fog Forest, Loki. Okay, let's see here. Steampunk, Fog Forest, Rivals of Aether is goated. Hey, you know what's good, Myrak? Yeah, Rivals of Aether 2 just got Workshop as well, which is insane. I can't wait for them to like put full 3D Sonic characters in there. No, I never heard of them, Hubster Heck. It's my favorite Sonic figure? Yeah, honestly, Metal Virus Sonic, maybe? What else do I love? I kind of love the Werehog one as well. It's pretty nostalgic for me for, like, the Jazzwares days. Yeah, Mattios, it got Workshop, like, a week or two ago, and people are developing characters for it already. It's done in Unreal Engine as well, which is cool for me, because I've done some Unreal Engine modding for Crossworlds, so I have somewhat of an understanding of how to mod for Rivals 2. I really want somebody to mod, like, Project M Knuckles into Rivals 2. Okay, so we got Steampunk, Fog Forest. I see more Fog Forest. Okay, I think I'll do Fog Forest and then Steampunk again. Oh, so is the game muted? Probably not, right? Yeah, no, we're good. I pray someone adds the Werehog to Rivals? Yeah, no, I could imagine a really good moveset for that. He's already got the blueprint figured out in Unleashed itself. But yeah, when this level pack is like fully completed, I'll probably do another stream revisiting all of this and then making a video of like all the best runs. I wanted to make a video of it during this stream, but I didn't know that it would have like completely unfinished segments. I thought it would just be like rough drafts, which is fine, by the way. No issue with that. Also, can we adore the cobwebs that are present in the background of this level? I think that's actually a decorative detail that comes from Crossworld's White Cave as well, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Rivals 2 Workshop is probably going to make it like the highest budget, or not budget, but highest like production value and most valuable for your buck plat fighter out there. Like rivaling Smash Ultimate. Because if you guys don't know what Workshop is, imagine Smash Bros, but you can add any character. That's Rivals of Aether 1. Rivals of Aether 1 is a 2D sprite-based Smash Bros-esque game. Rivals of Aether 2 is in full 3D, and they added shields and grabs and special pummels and special get-ups, which Smash doesn't have. So there's a wider variety of moves and techniques, and obviously it has like competitive tech like wave dashing and all that. It's really neat. And I feel like Workshop is like probably the ultimate casual game mode that you could ever add, because it's just infinite characters, infinite crossovers. I think the first character... Okay, they have an original character in the Workshop called Armando, and he's just kind of like a meme character. And then they have a character named Smithy, who's like a corgi in like fire armor, and he's got like the moveset of Shovel Knight from Rivals of Aether 1. And then the first like fully ported character so far is like Urian from Street Fighter, randomly enough. I don't think he's finished yet, but he is playable. Portal 2 Workshop has a lot of content. Oh yeah, dude. I'm saying if Sega wants to make $1 million, they gotta add a Workshop to the next couple mainline Sonic games. If they added a Workshop to Crossworlds, oh boy. So many people would play that. The issue is probably moderation with some of the skins, though, because so people get a little frisky. I don't think we took this path formally. Boom! Look at that! I love the slopey terrain with boost physics, because you can do wacky stuffs like that, man. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And that's the end of Fog Forest so far. See how clean that run was this time around? Wait till someone makes a Mario mod, Nintendo Ninjas won't be happy. So there's 1 million Mario mods for Rivals of Aether 1. There's like Mario 64, Mario and Luigi, Melee Mario, Smash Ultimate Mario, Super Mario World Mario. There's 1 billion of them. But they don't really care because it's pixel art. But I do fear that maybe they will get mad if people use like the models from Smash Ultimate and like the textures and the materials and stuff. So, yeah, that is possibly something to be a little afraid of. Oh yeah, Terminal Montage Mario. Yeah, there's also Terminal Montage Speedrunner Link as well. Look how cute they are, god damn it! Ugh! So much personality. Dude, and I love that there's like streets to the side and everything. Can you guys please update this level to let me like just jump on the side of the street for no reason? Like, don't add a new pathway there or anything, just let me jump on the side and just like roam the streets, please. It feels so... It would be so awesome. It would be so cool. Bandit Bounce, my beloved. Shit. I heard that Mario model is present in Crossworlds files. Probably doesn't mean anything. I also kind of doubt that. I feel like I would have seen more tweets about it. That seems like a hoax. I don't know why it would be left over from the Olympics. It's not like the Olympic Games were made on Unreal Engine, were they? I know it's like the same game director, but there's no reason it should be left over in the files. That just doesn't sound correct to me. Mario thing was a joke? Yeah. Seems like it. Jesus, the audio! See, like, there's just, like, one little guy standing there. Oh, look at that. There's, like, these stray pipes coming off the side and on the top, and you got the wheel thingy down there, dude. Like, there's so many turning parts to this mechanical world that most people are just gonna, like, kind of take for granted. Sock was messing around. Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, I haven't seen much of Sock's posts lately. I don't really use a lot of Twitter lately. I'd love to do like a full analysis of like the genius of the reused assets and how it tells a story with the decoration. What a sick-ass pathway, by the way. And then we hop on the Sonic Heroes pole. Come on, do your thing. That works too. That works too, man. He slid up his butt. He slid up with his butt cheeks like a credit card. It's fine. Oh yeah. So nice we get to do it twice. This homing attack is really bad right now. It's not directional, and you can't even... Oh, I got hit. And I got saved. Is this an intentional path? Have I been here? Have I been here? Wait, I don't think I've been here. Whoa, that's cool. Sheesh. Sick. Huh. I'm not sure what you're referring to right now, Marios, in terms of a homing attack. Oh, wow, I actually saved myself. Boop. I think I went on the rail last time. Oh, okay, it's not that big of a difference. Bring the smoke, smoke. Bring the smoke, smoke. Woo! Adrenaline City, baby! I wish I could go on that right pathway. God, I just love swerving in between things. It's roly hedgehogs. It's so cool and satisfying. Another train segment? Huh? Oh, you can miss... Oh, wow. That's still pretty cool that they let you rail grind on the tracks, though, eh? Wow. Could you imagine if, like, an official Sonic game had this many, like, branching pathways with, like, random niche interactions? That'd blow people's minds. It's already blowing mine here. It's actually more impressive that it's a mod than an official game, I'll say. There's more potential with an official game because they have resources, but it's more impressive as a mod, in my opinion, because it's like, how did these individuals have the resources to do it, you know? Bounce. Bounce. Just like the classics. Whoa! No, why'd you put an invisible wall there? I hate all of you. Crushing my dreams like that. Worth it. Don't care. Worth it. Yeah. Oh, there's a path down here too. I didn't even know that. I missed the chaos control because I was reading chat. Are you guys just talking kind of like about the evolution of how homing attacks have worked? Hey. Hey! Thank you. Thank you for giving me what I want. Oh, that's cool. Yes, yes, I was hoping that they would put two of those giant circles next to each other and make like a loop. That's set piece. Oh shit, I actually held onto my chair for that one. I actually thought I was about to get hit by an oncoming vehicle. Wow. There was like 4 really cool micro segments there that I didn't see originally. Wonderful. I wish that there was more complexity to the combat, or at least like the moveset patterns with enemies in this game, because it'd be really cool to have dedicated combat segments. Also, how'd you guys animate this? How were you able to even access the model for that cannon and like use it properly? I mean, I know the answer is HEIO and Blender, but like, oh hi, Naughty Mouse. I'm using your altered animations shadow mod when I switched to him, but I think we're doing Sonic for the majority of this now. Again, that's so cool that you like perfectly land on the edge of the spring there. I do like the extra jump height you get when holding the jump button after a homing attack. Oh yeah, no, like it's the best part about movement. Easily. Even in like Sonic Generations, I love doing that at the beginning of Sky Sanctuary. It's perfect. Because you can also just preserve more of your boost meter if you spend more time just like hitting badniks. That was hard to react to, I'll be real. Oh, did the Sonic animations too? Nice. I really like the facial expressions that he has in the odd times that you get close-up scenes with him. I'm trying to think, is there anything that I personally would love to suggest as an animation? Owie! Oh, you know what? I don't know if this would be a pain in the ass, but would it be hard to port? Probably. Keep in mind, I'm asking a dumb question. Aura? Would it be hard to port, like, the Extreme Gear animations from Cross Worlds over the Doomsurf for Sonic? Because I think it'd be really cool if his like riding position was distinct from Shadow's riding position on his Doom morph. I think that'd be really... Oh, no. What would you want for a Blaze game to further... explore the Soul Dimension with more characters and more? I mean, yeah. Do I like butter on toast? Yeah. Absolutely. I'd like to learn about Blaze's, like, heritage and family history and why she's, like, been tasked with Guardian. I want to know about, like, who the king of the Empire was. You know, maybe it's multi-dimensional Big the Cat, you know? She's a framed picture of Big the Cat. It could just be her dad. Right? You know, tell us more about the koala culture, society, if you will. Try to keep photo mode in mind when animating. Yeah, that's actually why I wasn't a big fan of the Sonic Heroes running animation. Just a little goofy for that, but it's not a big deal. Since custom levels are possible, I wonder how long it will be until custom boss fights are possible, like, as starters, a modded Sonic vs. Shadow boss fight. Well, some people made, like, a custom Chaos Zero boss fight in Forces, and there was also the Neo Metal and Infinite fight in Forces Overclocked, and I think Forces technically does use HE2, so maybe that is possible. Let's do an Ark Rush for the fans, I guess, right? Much harder than programming a level? Oh, absolutely, for sure. Especially if you want to make it fun with engaging patterns and whatnot. I'm not really stressing that one personally, but it would be neat. Do you guys plan to, like, re-record that line at the beginning? It'd be cool if Sonic was like... Oh, by the way, look at this animation! That's, like, the coolest animation ever. I mean, he looks a little bit derpy with the lighting, but I love the way that he looks back when shooting the Chaos Spears as opposed to how Shadow does it. Like, there's just so much, like, life and joy in his posture. Like everything's a game to this guy. New pathway. Oh yeah, you can even interact with the asteroids. You can homing attack them, which is my favorite, one of my favorite gimmicks of all time in this game. I actually used it for some of my own level design. It is very easy for you to fall off there, because it doesn't visually make a lot of sense that you have to stay, or that you have to like go below. So yeah, I'm kind of just trying like different pathways for the sake of it now. Sonic does a kick while throwing the spear. Yeah, it kind of looks like he's doing his Sonic Boom animation pose from Sonic Frontiers. I did notice that. I think he also does an air parry on startup when throwing the spear. Perfect dodges. Why couldn't I have done that at the beginning of the stream with Shadow? Which do you think is a more technically impressive feat? Gerald making the Ark or Eggman making the Death Egg? Well, I think it's probably got to go to Gerald. Like, I have Eggman bias, but I think it's got to go to Gerald because he did it first in the 50s with worse technology and research. He probably had to pioneer the research, you know? He also made the artificial chaoses. Like, he wasn't just making Bodots, he was making whole-ass, like, kind of biogenetic creatures as well. Yo, this section right here, I'm getting flashbacks to Eggman being like, if you don't hurry, Sonic, she'll die! And he's like peeking the mic. And Sonic Adventure 2. And the Ark still works 50 years later. Yeah, like they didn't even bother shutting off the power. Is it running off of like nuclear? Certainly not running off of like a Chaos Emerald or anything. Or maybe Chaos Drives? I don't know. Ooh. Dude, switching gravity gameplay? Ah, damn it. While using Chaos Control is such like a clever combination of gameplay mechanics, I would say. Basically rebuilt... Oh my god, why do I keep doing this? Basically rebuilt Emerald from the ground up, complete with soul technology. Yeah, he even put a soul into Shadow. You know, like... That man was on some shit. I feel like it's like Eggman probably has the same potential, but he's like just goofy with it. He just like hyper fixated on his interests, which is just like theme park. He's got that theme park autism, and Gerald has that like biogenetics improving the world autism. Very different things, and I think Eggman unintentionally stifles his potential. Except for that one time he invented time travel. That was crazy. They should make a game on that. I love that narrow, like, iron beam. It adds kind of to, like, the feeling of precision and urgency. His potential's held back by his ego and his hyperfixation on beating Sonic. Yeah, for sure. That's pretty much what a lot of the Starline arc was about. Gerald put GLaDOS in the arc. Do you like dogs? Come on, man. You asking me if I drink water? You know what? If you're still here, I'll show you a dog. I'll show you a dog you'll never forget. We'll call it Long Dog around here. It's a mythical being. What's your favorite game, Eggman? Oh, that's a good question. Okay. So Eggman is basically my second favorite character. I love him the most when he's like competent and dangerous. That's my favorite Eggman. So like SA2's definitely got to be in the top 2 immediately. SA1 though, he's low-key more scary in that game if you're playing as Tails. No, I'm giving it to SA1 because of Gamma Story. He's just so cruel in Gamma Story, it's awesome. But aside from SA1, I kind of really love him in Unleashed, even though he is a little bit of an incompetent clown. But, like, he kind of locked in during Unleashed in certain parts, though. Like, when you're fighting the Egg Dragoon as Werehog, like, Sonic is low-key scared. He's like, whoa, Eggman, chill the fuck out, bro. Like, this isn't our usual set of rules when it's playtime. Like, you might actually kill us. Like, that's the kind of Eggman I love the most. And I wish we got to see that in Forces. I wish we got to see, like, unhinged Eggman in Forces. But if we get to use any piece of media that's canon, IDW, unfortunately, Moggs. He's just got too much aura. I really wish that they gave him that aura in Frontiers. He has good moments in Frontiers, like when he, like, scouts the weak point on the end and shoots him to death with Supersonic. Like, come on. Fantastic. But, oh, wow, we're a ways away. Holy shit, we're a ways away. But yeah. I kind of liked him in 06 too, mainly because he was a step ahead of everybody, for the most part. But he didn't really, like, do much or really have a big reason to be there, truthfully. Metal is your favorite character? Yeah, I wish that they would, kind of, like, adapt more of Metal's personality and feats from, like, Archie into the mainline stuff, because that was kind of my exposure to Metal Sonic initially. And, I always, like, saw him as, like, this menace. Like, when he's on screen, you as the reader start getting nervous, because you don't know what's going to happen next. You don't know how he's going to screw someone over or injure somebody. And that just unfortunately wasn't really the, the experience they gave you in any of the games. Like, he was basically the Terminator, man. Oh, I wasn't looking at screen. I could not help but think Sonic X when I saw that Eggman and Supersonic moment. Oh yeah, a lot of people said that too. It's probably not entirely unintentional. Like, Ian Flynn likes the Metarex saga, you know? He wanted to adapt it. Okay, sick save, bro! He wanted to adapt the Metarex saga for IDW or a game, I think, which got denied. But he did want to do it, he said. And, also, I mean, like, I don't think he has any influence over, like, visual designs, aside from when he said that he wanted the Ancients to be somewhat similar, related to Chaos, which directly influenced them to design the Ancients to look like Chaos. But, thank you. But it is an interesting coincidence that you have that scene that kind of parallels Sonic X. I couldn't do anything there. And then, literally, Supersonic Cyber has, like, also, like, Fleetway eyes and stuff. Like, I don't know how much of that was intentional referencing, but they cooked and referenced, like, 3 different crazy things that are kind of obscure these days, you know? By the way, I'd have an obsession with making levels too, if I just made more of an effort to learn HEIO. There's a mod that I'm making currently, where I'm, like, editing the existing levels to have more level design and, like, special collectibles that didn't exist in the base game, and as well as, like, NPC interactions. And it's taken me a long ass time because I'm doing all of it with dev tools. And I'm too afraid to, like, swap my work to a different program or workflow. But I loved just level editing, even just with dev tools. But HEIO has got to really speed up that process by a lot. Special collectibles like Red Star Rings. I don't actually want to spoil what it is because it's pretty much central to the entirety of the mod. I haven't even told my friends really much about it because I want it to be a big surprise. I want them to be like, what? You can do that? Because I figured out some neat stuff with modding. No idea when that's going to be done, though. I've been developing it for like 4 months easily. Don't kill me. No, dude. I feel if there's one major piece of criticism I need to give this, it's that we need more frequent checkpoints. You like any anime? I'm not a big fan of anime. I think my favorite ones are Steins Gate, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Code Geass. Yeah, I don't know. I liked Cowboy Bebop, but I don't think it's like my favorites. It's not in my favorites list. I'm not really an anime guy, I'll be real. I really just want to finish this level at this point, to be real. The lack of checkpoints is really draining, I will say. Might just remake the level. I think the level design is good. I don't think you should scrap it. I just think that there are some unreadable parts, and like, don't scrap it or remake it. You know, just enhance it, really. It's not a bad level. It's just there's frustrating game design with having to redo so many of the segments. I think it's especially frustrating because there are a lot of branching paths, which is a plus for gameplay, but it's frustrating because it's visually busy and you get distracted and you're not always sure like where your character is moving. Like, a lot of my deaths are like endless pit deaths because I'm adjusting to the physics and there's a lot visually going on. Like, I also gotta remember, like, I can't roll up those slopes, I have to boost up those slopes. You know, there's a lot of, like, learning that comes with, like, levels like this that introduce a lot of gimmicks the base game wasn't really using. I think you just need to give the player a little bit more breathing room in terms of difficulty. Yeah, because, like, I have to restart all the way over there because of like a physics issue. You know, it's kind of it's pretty brutal. Sonic does not sound like Sonic. They're working on it. It's just Roger's current voice direction. They made him really deep for the past couple of games. Metal Sonic's in an endless cycle. It's interesting though, because every time they try to like explore the concept, like in Archie, they had Shadow propose to him, like, you know, like, yo, break free of the cycle. Don't be a needless weapon for wanton destruction, bro. You can be more than this. And then Metal rejects it. Sonic tries to let him free in IDW when Mr. Tinker happens. Metal rejects it. That's his choice every time. Oh, Jesus, Mary! We are restarting from 40 million miles away. Yeah, I don't really care about any of the EXE stuff, personally. I just like Canon. I think EXE stuff is just not my cup of tea. I think it's boring. Tries a little bit too hard as well. But yeah, I think after I clear this, we're gonna call it for the day. I think it was a really good session. We had a lot of good conversation. I am not fond of this checkpoint. There's just so much level to play. Because that's another thing too, is like when you're designing, you're gonna breeze past this stuff because you know like what the execution should be to get past a certain segment. You know the layout, like the back of your hand, you know. other people gotta really get used to it. Like, not to be harsh, but I can definitely see myself recommending this mod to my friends, and then they have a similar experience that I have right now, where I keep dying to really precise, busy areas, and then they just never end up finishing the level, ever, because they get demotivated, right? Like, that's what a lot of people did, actually, with with the Space Quality Arc levels in SA2. They're not the hardest, but they're long and tricky enough to frustrate. 24-hour challenge Ark Rush playthrough. Maybe in another timeline, when I have energy for that. I definitely would have had the energy for that years and years ago. I actually thought it'd be cool to see people speedrun. Like, take these levels seriously in a speedrun. And, like, set up, like, a custom leaderboard for it or something on speedrun.com. Once this full mod is out. Because it's a, you know, it's a level pack. It's a whole custom level? Yeah. This is a level pack of, like, 5 or 6 entire custom levels. That are each, like, 5 or 6 minutes long. That's what we've been playing the whole day here on stream. We've already done all of them, though. This is just, like, a second playthrough that I'm doing for fun. I want to explore to the left, but I feel like it's just going to be an endless pit that kills me. I'll be real. Yeah, there's Ark Rush, Steampunk City, Digital Circuit, White Citadel, Skyward Castle. Can't tell. Oh, okay. Yeah, like, maybe you guys should utilize arrows and falling hedgehog signs a lot more as well. Like, even if it seems really obvious to you guys, you should probably just do it to be safe. I feel like I still haven't hit a checkpoint, and that terrifies me. Oh, that's right. I gotta use Chaos Control in the QTE soon, right? Yeah. Oh, shit! Oh my god, I'm so thankful I made it there. Oh god, I don't even know if I had air boost there. Do not make me restart, dude. I can't Chaos Control. I'm gonna wait out the missile. And the QTE didn't work. Okay, I beat it though. Have you done a speed run? I technically kind of sped run the Skyward Castle level because I'm familiar with it. Your favorite original setting? Well, original setting? Am I allowed to say Digital Circuit? That's technically not original. Am I allowed to say that? I guess I'd have to say, Fog Forest. I mean, everything about Fog Forest kind of just does it for me. Alright, let's hop back on Shadow real quick here, and then we'll sign off the stream. Do you guys have any questions for the developers or myself about this? Favorite of the Chaotix? Probably SBO. Super underrated. But yeah, no, I think it'd be really cool to set up a custom, like, speedrun leaderboard for this mod pack when it's done. If the Sonic Rumble devs keep giving me codes, I would definitely host a competition for that and give away the codes to, like, I don't know, first and second, maybe. Will they be doing the open zone? I don't think they have plans to do anything with the hub. I actually don't think they have any plans for that. It'd be too much work, low-key. I mean, I think between Ark Rush and every other level being developed kind of simultaneously, I think this took like 7-ish months of work. Maybe longer, maybe a year. By the way, when he hits the trail of them, he hits the sick-ass SA2 looking pose, dude. I wanted to show that off on my first playthrough, but I didn't. Ooh, that's a new path I haven't seen. I actually have not seen that rail. I don't think I've seen this either. Maybe I have. Oh, look at that! Wait, how do I get up there, actually? Wait, I'm determined. Hold on. No, I can do it. There will be an open zone in the pack? You all are tripping. Who's gonna design that? If you're designing the levels, then who's designing that? So you, so obviously if you're, that sounds like feature creep. That makes me nervous. I hope you can do it. I tried to not feature creep my own mod, even though I wanted it to be like a full overhaul, second campaign of the game. But I assume, since you guys are want to go the distance with the hub world, I guess you're also probably going to do like custom UI for the levels too. Because right now, the only custom thing is like the text, you know, the level names are changed, but the screenshots and everything aren't. Since photo mode is a thing, it'll be really easy for you guys. Oh, there's a top path to get screenshots and like customize the hell out of the UI. Favorite villain? Eggman. Favorite non-Eggman villain? I'm dead? Let's think. I like the Grand Battle Cuckoo, but he's not my favorite. Infinite's good. I don't know if I'd say he's my second favorite. I love Infinite and Mephiles, but I just don't know. Because they got limited stories. I mean, Starline, probably, I'd have to say. Starline, yeah. I forget, is this a teleporter? Oh, it looked like fire. That kind of looks like the teleporting orbs in Angel Island in Sonic Generations. It's cute. Are those gray black wall things supposed to have any collision, or are they just strictly there to like confuse you? Nice sound effect, holy. It's a fire reskinned water sprout. Ah, that's why. That's clever. I like that you can reskin existing assets, but have the original version in with the reskinned version. Have you guys considered reskinning any of the enemies? Like, reskinning the Forces badniks in Digital Circuit could be kind of hot. You want to learn about Tangle and Whisper before they come out, but you're not trying to read IDW from the beginning? Why? Because you're afraid of like a time commitment or something? I mean, it's worth it. I mean, truthfully, all you have to do is read the Tangle and Whisper series. It's like 4 issues long. You could do all of it in less than an hour. And that tells you pretty much everything about their dynamic. Tangle and Whisper are introduced separately in IDW, but I think that series is like more important because it kind of like is the basis for their character in general going forward. Just read that miniseries. It's not very long. One of the most recent issues, actually, there are like mini arcs in IDW as well that are also like 3 to 4 issues long. Shit, there's one with Silver where he joins the Diamond Cutters, which is like Tangle and Whisper's group, and it explores more of Whisper's like nemesis that's important in the Tangle and Whisper miniseries, and it kind of like is a continuation of that story, as well as a little bit of like, I guess, quote-unquote closure. It's not like the definitive end of it or anything, but yeah. I'm pretty sure you can even just go on the wiki and Google, like, Tangle's page, Whisper's page, and I'm pretty sure they list, like, the issues they appear in, you know? But yeah, that series is probably the best place to start for them easily. Digital circuit, but good is the wildest innovation? Yeah, just like how they did Space Colony Arc, but good. Oh, shit. But yeah, I'm running out of a little bit of gamer juice, so I'm not playing amazing, but I'm glad that I get to see so many different perspectives of these levels. Right here, like, the colors and 2D gameplay reminds me a lot of, like, Starlight Carnival and colors. It makes me feel a little nostalgic. Oh, I forgot that I stopped time. That's how physics work. What's a good starting point for IDW that's more recent? More recent. I think, truthfully, you could start on any issue of IDW. They do a decent job of, like, showing flashbacks and stuff. I think if you start... What's the most recent jumping point someone can do? I don't know, because, like, it goes Metal Virus, and then the bad guys, and then Imposter Syndrome, and Tangle and Whisper, and they're all kind of pretty connected. Well, I will say there is a new arc coming out with Sage. It should be like the next issue, actually. And that requires a little bit of knowledge of one of the comic original characters named Belle, which is a character that's introduced very early on in the comic. I still think you could enjoy that arc without really knowing much about Belle. I feel like they're gonna, like, give you the general rundown of who that character is and what her relationship is with Sage and all that. So, yeah. Favorite villain figure? Mephiles. Yeah, Mephiles. He was a mythical find for me. A dreamy, if you will. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in for this sneak peek of Shadow Generation's current biggest mod. Shout out to Shindash and team for sending this early version to me. I had a lot of fun. Of course, there were a bunch of issues with it, but it's an early build. It's an independent team. You know, these aren't their tools. This isn't their level design, right? Like, you know, it's to be expected. But, yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to the full release, and I hope I can make a good video on it when it's fully released, because I know that they're cooking even harder than what was shown here today. There are things they are withholding. Look at Shindash's YouTube channel if you want to know more, dude. They made a goddamn cross-world in the Ark level. Ark but good as fighting words? I'm just being silly. Phantom Rider is a good arc. Yes, I actually think the Rider's arc in IDW probably is my favorite, truthfully speaking. But yeah. I will see you guys later. I usually do like one stream a week when I feel like it, so maybe I'll be back on for Crossworlds or something next week. I don't know. Will this mod have a unique name or something, like Frontiers Revisited or Forces Reimagined? It actually will, but I can't tell you what it is. I know what it is, but I can't tell you. Have a good one, everybody.